The power of a seed. Every success begins as a seed. That $10 isn't just money. It's potential waiting to be planted. Let me break it down for you. Everything big starts small. I don't care what anybody says. The skyscraper started with a blueprint. The billionaire started with an idea. And sometimes all success needs is a seed. That's why I always say, if all you got is $10, you've got enough to get started. Because it's not about the size of your wallet. It's about the size of your vision. See, a lot of people get stuck because they're waiting on something big before they move. They want the business loan, the perfect timing, the connections. But life don't work like that. Life rewards the people who are bold enough to plant their seed, even when the soil don't look perfect, even when the forecast don't promise rain. That $10, it might not be much to the world, but in your hands, with the right mindset, it's fuel. Here's the deeper truth. How you treat the small things tells the universe if you're ready for the big ones. If you can respect and manage $10, you're sending a signal that you can handle $1, zeros, zero. And if you can make that stretch, you're showing you've got the discipline to handle $10, zero, and so on. The seed is never just about the money. It's about who you become by choosing to believe in yourself when you don't have much to work with. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start where you are with what you have and give it everything. Because if you can grow with a little, you're already proving you're worthy of a lot. Gratitude multiplies what you start with. When you honor even the smallest beginning, the universe opens doors for more. Now listen, this is the part most folks overlook. Gratitude ain't just about saying thank you. Gratitude is a mindset. It's a strategy. It's spiritual power in motion. And when you learn to appreciate the little things, when you truly honor that $10 in your pocket, you shift the whole energy of your life. Why? Because gratitude multiplies what you start with. Every single time. See, most people are so focused on what they don't have, they can't even see what they do have. They're chasing the million, but disrespecting the 10. They want abundance, but they talk like victims. They pray for more, then complain about the little they've got. And let me tell you something. You can't receive increase if you treat your current level like a curse. When I had nothing, I started speaking over the little that I had. That's what changed my life. That $10 wasn't a limitation. It was a lesson. I learned how to stretch it, how to protect it, how to invest it. I learned to stop cursing my beginning and start blessing it. Because once I started showing gratitude for the small start, opportunities opened that I couldn't have imagined. Not because the money changed, but because I did. That's how this works. You change your perspective, and the game changes. Gratitude tells God, the universe, the world, I'm ready, I can handle more. But entitlement, complaining, that shuts doors. So here's your reality check. If you're not grateful for $10, you're not prepared for 10,000. Gratitude is the proof that you're ready to multiply. Discipline over dollar amount. It's not how much you have, it's how much you value it. Stewardship transforms little into legacy. Let me tell you something that most people don't want to hear. Your problem isn't how little you have. It's how loosely you treat it. Discipline beats amount. Every time. I've seen folks make 6 figures and lose it just as fast. And I've seen people flip $10 into 10,000 because they respected every cent. It ain't about the money. It's about the mindset. See, you think you need more to do more. But the truth is, you just need more focus. You need to train yourself to treat that $10 like it matters, because it does. That $10 might be the test before your breakthrough. If you spend it like it's nothing, you're telling life, I'm not ready to handle more. But when you slow down and put some strategy behind it, when you budget, when you sacrifice, when you invest instead of impress. That's when things start changing. Discipline is the bridge between your potential and your reality. It's not flashy, it's not fun, but it works. While everybody else is showing off for social media, the disciplined person is stacking. They're building quietly. They're preparing for a life they won't have to run from or fake. You have to stop measuring success by how much you have and start measuring it by how wisely you handle what's in your hand. Because when you master the small, the big takes care of itself. And if you can stay consistent, if you can keep your eyes on the long term even when the short term looks tight, you'll be amazed how fast $10 can grow. So remember this, discipline is the proof you're serious. Don't ask for more if you haven't learned to manage less. The law of circulation, what you put out with purpose and service, comes back to you multiplied. Let me put you on game right now. Money is energy. What you do with it determines what comes back to you. That $10 in your pocket, it's not just something to spend, it's something to circulate. And if you understand the law of circulation, you'll never stay broke again. Because what you put out, with the right heart, the right intent, the right purpose, it doesn't leave your life. It comes back multiplied. Now I'm not just talking about giving for the sake of giving. I'm talking about putting your money into motion that means something. You invest in yourself. You support someone else's dream. You buy that book, that course, that tool. And suddenly, you've planted a seed that starts producing fruit. That's circulation. That's currency doing what it was designed to do, move and multiply. But here's the mistake people make. They hold on to that 10 like it's the last they'll ever have. Fear makes you freeze. Scarcity makes you hoard. And what happens when water stops moving? It gets stagnant. Same thing with your money. Same thing with your life. If nothing's flowing out, nothing's flowing in. You have to trust that when you move with purpose, the universe will respond. So don't just ask what $10 can buy you. Ask what it can build. Ask what cycle you're setting in motion. Because when you give with vision, when you invest with faith, when you circulate with purpose, that energy will find its way back to you, stronger than it left. Bottom line is this. What you release in faith will always return in favor. Keep it moving and watch how life moves with you. You can't wait to have more to do more. If you're waiting on a big break to start, you've already missed the assignment. Now let me be real with you. If you're sitting around waiting to have more before you start doing more, you're already losing. That mindset right there, it's a trap. Too many people think they need a perfect setup, a big bank account, or somebody else's approval to begin. No, you don't. What you need is to take that little bit you've got and move, right now. People love to say, I'll start when things calm down. Or once I get a little more money, then I'll invest in myself. No, life don't reward people who wait. It rewards the ones who work with what they've got. You're not stuck because you don't have enough. You're stuck because you won't move until it looks ideal. But greatness never starts in ideal conditions. It starts with somebody deciding that what they have right now is enough to get in the game. You think that $10 ain't enough. Let me ask you this. Can you buy a book with it? Can you print some flyers? Can you offer a service? Can you start a savings jar and build the discipline? Can you flip it into 20 with creativity and hustle? The answer is yes, if you're willing to think differently and stop making excuses. Don't let not enough stop you from becoming everything you're meant to be. Your job isn't to wait for abundance to show up. Your job is to show up like you already believe it's on the way. When you move first, life meets you halfway. Let this sink in. You don't need more to begin. You need to begin so more can come. Faith is currency that $10, mixed with belief, vision, and action, becomes unstoppable. Now let's talk about something deeper than hustle. Faith. I'm not just talking about religion. I'm talking about belief, belief in yourself, belief in the process, belief that even with just $10 in your pocket, you're still walking towards something greater. Because if you don't believe, you won't act, and if you don't act, nothing changes. See, people think the key to success is money, connections, or timing, but I've seen folks with all three fail miserably. Why? Because they had no faith to back it up. Faith is the fuel. Faith is what keeps you moving when the results don't show up right away, when the world laughs at your idea, when your bank account says nah, but your vision says go. That's when faith becomes your currency. It's easy to believe when everything looks good, but when all you've got is a few bucks, some doubt, and a dream, that's when real faith kicks in. That's when you have to talk to yourself louder than your fears. That's when you stop waiting for proof and start being the proof. Because faith doesn't wait for evidence. It creates it. You want your life to change. Don't just invest your money. Invest your faith. Pour it into every move you make. Trust that the seed you're planting, no matter how small, will grow because you believe it will. That's what activates everything else. Faith makes the $10 mean something. Faith turns action into momentum. Let me leave you with this. Your belief is either building your future or blocking it. Choose wisely and bet on yourself.